welcome to another episode of Living Your Best Life with Karoline and AJ. What does living your best life mean to you? To me, it means that I am embracing my true self and making the most of my life by doing exactly what I envision myself doing. And being here with you, being this podcast, is just one example of how I live my best life. And I am here with my life partner, the charismatic, freewheeling Alvin Jones Sr., who everyone calls AJ. Hey, AJ.
What up, honey? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I don't know, because I think it's about to go off the rails today. This is going to be one of them ones.
Okay, well, this is going to be a good one because we got a good person here that seems to be your equal.
Oh.
So, listen, I cannot guarantee what is going to happen after AJ introduces our guest. But I tell y'all need to just hold on to something because it's going to be wild.
Listen, it's my esteemed pleasure because what we like to do is we like to find people, everybody's trying to do something, but a lot of people talk about, but they ain't about it. And from the day I met you, remember that old song, About It? She been about it. This is one of Brick City's own, y'all that don't know Brick City, y'all got to look it up. We ain't gonna tell you, okay? So when I met her way back when, she was this cute little IT chick. And we work for the state's biggest utility. We ain't gonna shout them out because we ain't getting no endorsements from them.
You know that's right.
But there's opportunity. Look for us. I met her. She was an IT girl in a male-dominated industry, meaning the company itself, but even the IT industry is a male-dominated industry. And so, of course, when she show up at your desk, you're like, what's she going to do? You know what I mean? Yeah, right. All of a sudden, she's under the desk, and she's moving the cables, and she on the computer, and next thing you know, 15 minutes later, you feel stupid because she got it together. Then she move on to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. And all you hear from people is now when they call her for IT, it's like, I hope they send that one. Because she knew her shit, and she was on it all the time.
That's right.
So that was our first interaction. Then we got to interact outside of work, where we did, remember the Family and Technologies Day, where we, give technological equipment to less fortunate families and made that a big event. But then we bonded over the love of our favorite team. She got it on today.
I got it on today. That's right. She wearing it now.
Y'all don't understand
all right,
this.
But I got on blue. Okay. I have on Giants blue. Okay.
Listen.
Way to fit in.
I'm dragging her in.
Way to fit in.
I'm dragging her in hard, and she's.
I noticed.
She was resisting.
I'm gonna
but
get
now
there.
she's on her way in.
She's in. I promise. I'm gonna get there.
So this young lady, we just got tighter and tighter, and there were two events that have locked me into her. Okay. You remember the toga party you did?
Oh God, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know. We don't have to get no years, but it was one of your big years, and you did a toga party for your birthday, and your boy won first prize in his outfit with the crown, the sword, and his robe.
That's awesome.
The outfit that I made, by the way. Give me my props. I made it.
I was like, they love him.
I believe that was my 30th birthday party.
Okay. All right, just want you to put it out there. So I thought nothing could get bigger than that. But what I didn't know is she have uncles who are twins. She got a set of twin uncles. And they tapped into me to DJ. I didn't DJ. I did pictures for their 50th birthday party.
I remember that too.
And so that was the year, like, I knew her, and she was crazy. Yeah. And I only knew her mom. And I knew her mom was crazy. Then the door opened up, and all the rest of her crazy family walked in the door. And I said, you know what? Okay, I can claim her now. She definitely one of mine. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the lovely, the incredible, the talented, always got something in her bag, Miss Rashia Mason.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Brick City's own.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. As far as introductions go, that was pretty lengthy, but I think I deserve it, so thank you very much.
Well, that's part one.
Yeah.
Because we're going to let you do part two to tell us who you are, what you're doing, your employment status, and then just what is your definition of living your best life now?
That's it.
Oh my goodness. So Rashia Mason, like you said, I am 40. I think I'm 46. It's not funny because I keep asking my family, how old am I? Or my thing is I always say, I'm going to be 50 soon.
There you go.
So rather, as opposed to counting, I just know I'm going to be 50. And that's what it is. So I am single woman, no kids, homeowner.
Yep.
I'm employed. Working is such a small part of my life, and I guess we'll talk about that more. Yes. You know, as we talk about this whole living my best life. What does living my best life mean to me? To be honest, I don't know if I've ever thought about it, because I feel like that's a new term, and I've always just been living this whole time.
1,000%.
You know, if anything, now I could say I'm more who I am supposed to be as a person. I'll say that when Brother AJ met me at PSENG, I was conforming a lot, and I didn't even know I was doing it. A lot of people told me, you can't do this, you can't act like that, you can't. So even though when you met me at work, I was still a little wild, right? I'm worse now. I am at work, and I am worse now. I don't know if y'all see the post on Facebook. You see it.
I live for the post, you know.
I'm at work. I'm giving it to the people, you know, and that's just who I am as a person. I don't conform my hair anymore. I used to have to think about, can I do this? A black woman told me one time, she said, you can't wear your hair like that.
Yeah.
And I was like 22 or something. Come on, what do you mean? So I lived my whole life, you know what I'm saying, conforming. Yeah. I'm normally a black woman in a white space, a male-dominated space, so that's always been a thing. I guess if you live that, then that's just what it is. But as far as living my best life goes, it just means that I do what I need to do, so that way I can do what I want to do.
Yes.
And so the doing what I need to do really is showing up and going to work every day, right? Because working has afforded me the opportunity to be a homeowner, to travel, to do things with my family, to provide for my family. So even though I don't have kids, you know what I'm saying, I still got my mom.
Absolutely.
You know, that
we love dearly. Yeah. Shout out Mama Flo. Shout out to Mama Flo.
I always have my mama. That's all I got in this world. You know what I'm saying? Right. I tell her all the time that it's me and her. You know what I mean? That all we got is each other. Because that's, kind of true. I don't have any kids. Yep. And she only had one child. Yep. So it really is just she and I against the world. And I try to tell her that.
Sometimes y'all more like sisters than mother and daughter when we see y'all at events.
Yeah, because we know each other. We got 46 years in this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, don't nobody know us like we know each other. So here we are. And for all of that, for all of the me, that are iterations of me that I've gone through to change, and me being this person that I am today, I think she's always seen it.
Yeah.
And she accepts it, even though sometimes she's like, Lord Jesus.
Yes.
Is that my baby? And she look over and, yep, it's her baby.
That's it.
So I think that, you know what I mean? Like, that relationship is great. So really living my best life just really means that I do what I need to do, so that way I can do what I want to do. Yes. And right now, what I want to do lately is skating.
Oh, yeah.
I skate all the time. It's the one thing that I just want to do it. It gets me up at night. I could be laying around, but if somebody say, let's skate, let's go. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate that I found the activity that gives me exercise, and it's fun.
Yeah.
So I really kind of lucked out on that, because right now the way I'm looking real together. Yeah. But that's skating.
We've seen the journey.
I give all that to skating. So that's really what my best life is, doing what I need to do, so that way I can do what I want to do. And what I want to do is whatever I want, whenever I want it. And for the most part, as long as I'm not in that doing what I need to do phase, so that's 6 to 2 during the weekday, when I got to do what I need to do, after that, life is free game, and I just take it and go with it as it comes.
Well, I'm going to take you back.
That was very well said.
I'm going to take you back, because, I want you to look across at this woman here. And there was one time she wanted to choke you out. You don't even know she wanted to choke you out.
Oh, no.
I didn't even know I wanted to
choke you out. She wanted to choke you out.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to take you back in time.
Okay.
I had a bucket list item, and I said I had to do it before I turned 50. Here we go.
I did want to choke you
out. Here we go.
Okay, when you put it like this, I get it.
Now the truth comes out.
I get it.
I'm like, wait a minute. When did I get it? Okay, I get it.
It was going to be me, my daughter, and my son. And my son didn't get up that day, but me and my daughter did. Because Rashia made that call.
And he didn't tell me.
And so this is the part.
My mother didn't know either.
This is why she's going to choke you out.
Either. She didn't know till I was finished.
So we did it on a Saturday, I believe.
Yes, we did. Early in the morning.
I think we didn't tell her till like Friday.
Oh,
and
so at least we told her before.
Yeah, me and you had advance notice for quite a while.
Oh yeah, we knew, because we had to book it.
And I said, all right, I had to wait till I was trying to tiptoe around the bush. Then finally it was like that day, and this was her exact words that she said to me. She said, "You know what? It's bad enough you want to kill your dumb ass, but now you want to kill my daughter."
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
So we get in the car that morning and we're driving down there. And of course, once I told her it was you that, she was on the edge of her seat. And there was one point when I really looked over at her and knew that this better end well.
Right.
Because
right.
do you remember when they strapped us up?
Uh-huh.
And then they, before they walked you to the plane, you had a little like a bullpen where your people were on the other side of the fence. So it was you and Isaiah. And I walked over. Isaiah's our grandson.
Right.
I walked over to them. And I, just had a quick chat with them, but you could see in her face, like, okay, like if this don't end well, but at that point I'd be dead, so I don't know what else she could do to me.
Right.
But if this don't end well, it's not going to be good for you. So, honey, what was your thoughts on that day?
Well, the thing was that I didn't know the extent of what you talked about it. He talked about it.
At what point do we tell the people what we're talking about? So they're part of the conversation. At what point do we tell the people what we're talking about?
We'll let you tell them.
Okay, so what we're talking about is the two of these daredevils coerce my daughter.
No.
Coerce my daughter and almost coerce my son.
She willingly consented.
I didn't even know she was
into jumping out of an airplane.
Woo, woo.
Oh my Lord.
Let me just say, I only asked AJ to go. That's all. That's the only person I asked. So, Miss Karoline, I know some things happen, but I only asked one person.
And I was like, what kind of foolishness is this? What, you gonna kill the whole family in one fell swoop? Like, what is wrong with y'all? You know? And then, if it would have just been you and Al, I could see that, right? Because you two are so full of life and so full of adventure from the day I met you. It's just full on adventure. But it's like, okay, this is my daughter, and she got my little grandson. She's gonna be motherless. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, it was how long ago was that? Maybe like 20 years?
Yeah,
Oh my God. It was a long, 17, 20 years. It was a long time ago.
03, 04, somewhere in there, yeah.
It was, wow.
Yeah.
But when you guys finally committed to it and you were all strapped up and was in that plane, you better believe that I had your back. I was praying for all y'all.
Of course, the whole plane,
because
everybody.
I needed all this to work well. I needed all of this to go well. So I'm rooting for all of y'all at that
So
point.
did we.
You know.
So did we.
Because I needed all y'all to come back alive.
So did we.
What possessed you to want to, because we're talking about living your best life, what possessed you to want to jump out of a plane? Because there are a lot of people on this planet Earth who have no desire whatsoever to go flying through the air.
Or they want to do it, but they never do.
This is true.
Right?
So what possessed you?
I didn't want to be that person. The one to do it, but never do.
But what made you want to do it?
I can't say it's my love for roller coasters, because back then I think I was still a little afraid of roller coasters, because now I'm not afraid of any roller coaster at all. Okay. And it didn't have to do with jumping out the plane. It's just something in my mind clicked recently with roller coasters that make me not afraid of them anymore.
I see you and baby boy be rolling out.
Yeah. Love coasters. But I can't remember. That was so long ago. But I guess it's something that you see and you like, I want to do it. And I just didn't want to be one of those people who wanted to do it and never did it. Okay. So at some point you do have to, if you really want to do something, you have to make the plans and make a way to do it. You can't just keep saying, I'm going to do it, because then it never gets done.
Never.
But once you decide I'm going to do it, now you got to start looking for a place to go do it. Okay. Now you got to see if you can get some people on board. I only asked one person. Again, I only asked one person. How your daughter got involved, please don't put that on me.
Can you explain how my daughter got involved? And my son, because he was going to come too if he didn't oversleep. So how did they get involved and I didn't know?
Well, so for me, it was on my bucket list. It was one of those things I had listed on my bucket list. And, sometimes in life, divine intervention. And when you made that call, I was like,
it's something I wanted to do.
Exactly.
You know what? Here we go. She planning it for me. This is the universe.
I said, let's do it.
Let's go.
So, I think I had casual conversation with, I believe, Key first. And I wasn't even thinking about it. And she was like, she got amped up. She was like, yo, can I do this? I was like, you want to do this? So we should ask AJ. So I said, listen, don't tell your mother yet, because she ain't. I know her. She's not ready for this, okay? And so that's what did it for me. That's what was on my bucket list like that. And one thing I will say about the highlight of this whole event was when you walk in there, you just think, we had never did it before. So you think you're just gonna walk in, they're gonna strap you up, you're gonna jump out the plane. Boy, they bring you into that little training room, sit you down, make you watch that video, and this is how the video starts out. Skydiving is a high-risk activity. There is no such thing as a perfect plane.
Right.
There is no such thing as a perfect parachute. There is no such thing as a perfect instructor. Then they give you some stuff, and they have a great day and jump out the plane. Wait, what y'all doing? Then you sign how many documents? Feel like I was buying a house, right?
I really don't remember all of that.
You remember signing all the papers?
Remember all that? Oh my God.
My memory is fleeting. There's a lot of stuff in life I don't remember. I just know I jumped out of a plane, and can't nobody take that away from me.
No, because we got the video to prove it,
Listen,
right?
not only did you jump out the plane, so what I didn't know is the last one in, first one out
Okay.
on our particular plane. So I was already shook.
Okay.
And when they opened that damn door, and I was like, oh, I really got to jump. So there was a point that I was about to say, nope, I'm riding back with the pilot.
I believe it.
But I turned around and looked behind me, and there was Key was behind me, and then you were behind Key. And then that's when that ego jumped in my chest.
If I don't go, then how they going to go? And then
not just that. These are women behind me.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, I'm the man, and I'm going to be the one that's going to punk out? So my male ego jumped in my chest and wouldn't allow me not to go.
I think, though, doing that, you all have everybody has a moment on that ledge. I think everybody has a moment. I think that moment on the ledge changed my life, too.
Yes.
I remember I said to myself, I remember the guy, he pushed me once. I didn't go. He pushed me again. I didn't go. Right? But then before the third time he pushed me, I said to myself, this is the ultimate test of faith. Either I believe God got me or I don't. He pushed me again. I said, I believe. And I jumped. Okay. Let's go. And we went, and we alive.
Yes.
And ever since that moment, since he had me then, when I say it's changed my life, he always got me. And I know it because he proved it that day.
And I want to just say also, we got explicit instructions on the ground. They taught us the form we're supposed to use and how to pull the chute. So, of course, I jump out. You got the big altimeter in your face. They tell you at 5,000 you're going to pull the chute. He was taking it. He was trying to put it in my face to show me.
That thing either.
So my guy had to pull mine.
Okay.
You see it on my video.
Okay.
On Key's video, she's reaching
for it.
She can't find it.
Okay.
Her guy pulls hers.
Okay.
Who's the only one that executed the most perfect jump?
Yes.
Not only did she pull it, but she's up in the sky with her videography talking about Brexit. Her cheeks are flat.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
The form was perfect.
It was awesome.
But
the guy had to show me the ultimate. If you look at the video, you see he put it in my face.
Yes, they do it to all of us.
And I looked and I was like, oh, okay.
But your form was perfect.
It was.
And I grabbed it and I pulled it.
Your form was perfect. Your landing was perfect. Kiana's form was good and her landing was great. Al, your landing needed some work.
I was first out the plane, so I kicked the door open for everybody.
Okay.
I just wanted to talk about that because I just wanted to bring that there. Now we're going to boomerang back again because we're walking this journey.
Yeah.
So as I said, I met you. You were the IT girl. Okay, and like I said, we all loved you. And you had went a little bit of your education background. Give the folks a little bit of your education background.
I mean, I went to college a lot. That's really all I'll say about it. I got a few degrees and then a lot of certifications. So I did a lot of schooling because as the black woman in the room, you got to be better than everybody else. And so I don't like to tell people how much better I am than them. Yeah. But just know if you have to look it up. Just know I feel like if somebody hires me, can't nobody look at my background and say they made a bad choice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's where I'll go with.
Yeah.
So
I understand that.
She started out, as I said, in our IT department. The next thing you know, she disappeared. And we're like, yo, where's our girl? Well, she done traded in her jeans and her, her boots. Now she done transferred up and then she went into the office. And what position did you take?
I was in, for a while I was still in IT. I did project management with IT. And I was running the computer PC replacement project. So at that time, right, computers were still fairly new to industry, and then they're trying to figure out a way to manage computers because I used to fix them, right? So I could fix one computer, I could fix it 20 times, and they still never replaced it. And at some point, the people on the top said, well, maybe if we replace the computers every 3 years, then that'll lead to less breakdowns and less repairs and things like that on them. So I was the one who managed that project to get everybody a computer and then the cyclical replacement of them every 3 years. So that way everybody had nice, fresh computers, and hopefully you didn't have to call IT as much. Because sometimes I used to go to sites like AJ said, and I was underneath the desk. It's because them computers was old. They was old. And they looking at me, so you got to fix. And I'm like, what? What? Fine, I'll fix. But I fixed it. I came through for my people most of the time.
Right, but it was the next position is the one that I saw you start to shine.
I guess it was doing so from IT. I figured I didn't want to necessarily be a techie person anymore, and so I moved to the business side and joined procurement.
Yep.
And so that meant I had to get a degree in business, and so that's how I was able, I think, to make the switch, because before my background was all IT and computer science. But I made the switch to procurement, and in procurement, I was a supplier diversity person. And what supplier diversity is, it's really large corporations or public entities looking for opportunities for minority and women-owned businesses. These days, they also include veteran-owned businesses to participate in procurement or contracting opportunities with those companies. And so that's what I did at PSC&G maybe for like the last 4 years.
Yep.
I was there, and I still do that kind of work today, but today I do it for the MTA Long Island Railroad, and I guess the MTA as a whole, because we've just done some sort of transformation thing, so now I do it for the whole MTA.
And how did you walk away? Because at public service, this is the type of company that people land there, they don't leave. I just retired with 42 years. A lot of my peers, you hear 25, 30, 50, something said, I can do something somewhere else, because a lot of people won't walk away from a blue chip job. Yeah. What happened to you?
I don't know that the blue chip job, if you're not doing one of those blue chip positions, if you're a black woman with ambitious black woman, if they treat you the same way.
Yes.
If they let that ambition flourish and shine. So even though they pay for the education, they like, we don't know if we want you doing all this. So I always just felt really stifled.
I love it. Okay.
And I went from at PSC&G, I was a supplier diversity professional. That was the title. And I walked away into an assistant director position for somebody else. And so I felt like, if that's the case, that makes it easy, right? The fact that somebody saw in me that I could be something, and they could call it an assistant director, and that was my new title. And it's really still supply diversity work, but just for a government entity that I walked into. Right. Since then, I've had a few different positions. I'm doing this kind of work, and now I'm doing it for, like I said, the Long Island Railroad.
Absolutely.
MTA as a whole. It's confusing.
Before we move into something else, a couple of times you said it, and it's very important, because I'm a women's empowerment individual myself. That's what the work I do is to empower women. I love how you are mentioning what happens to a very intelligent black woman, even when you have shown credentials, even when you have it all, they still treat, because when I talk about how myself as a black woman is treated in certain spaces, a lot of people ignore that.
It's true.
But I'm so glad that you brought that into the conversation.
I bring it up all the time.
Thank you for bringing it into
even
the
at work,
conversation.
people ask me at work in the morning, right? Because I get to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I can skate at night. So that's why I go to work real early. And so people ask me, hey, good morning, how you doing? No, they say, how they treating you? My response is always like a black woman who works here. Now, that's not what they want to hear,
but
that's how I'm being treated, right? I'm being treated like a black woman. And I'm not saying that my experience is every black woman's experience, right?
Yeah. But it's most black women's
But at the same time, when I speak to other black women,
there you go.
we seem to be sharing the same experience. So,
that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
That's just how I put it. But I don't fault anybody. It is what it is. It's life. I live in America. So there are a bunch of things that we deal with all the time. Yep. That's just how life is. And it's either you could be, oh, what was me? That's how life is.
Exactly.
Or you notice how life is. You just work around.
That's right.
Right? You just don't let that can't keep getting to you all the time. So, I don't let it get to me.
And thanks for saying that, too. Because I need that in the atmosphere. I need that in the air, because that's what I'm preaching all the time.
Yeah. That's how it got to be. That's how it got to be.
And I also will interject, because I think that's what it was that I saw in you when I first met you. I could see, first off, there was an IQ to you. You weren't just some random dumb person. There was I don't even know how to describe it, but it was there was intention with everything that you were kind of doing, and I saw that. You were, I knew a lot of the IT dudes, of course. So when I saw you and saw how you moved, I said, she's moving different. Yeah. Okay, I could see that, and as you started making that journey, you got to think back. You were young then, okay? At least now where you sit, you're a little older, a little wiser, a little more mature. You're making that journey then in a environment that is what you just said.
Yeah,
it's male dominated. It's not friendly to especially academic black women on the come up.
Yeah,
okay?
It was not. my best friend at the time, she moved 3,000 miles away to get away from that place. And I mean, she was equally as credentialed, equally as smart, equally as ambitious. But being there was just stifling to the point she said, you know what, not only do I got to get out of here, I'm leaving completely. And she moved to California.
Yes, she did.
You know what I mean? So I think sometimes when you look at people and what they go through, because neither one of us allowed that place to beat us, right? And I don't want to talk bad about the place. The place employs a lot of people, right? A lot of people are in good positions there. Like is a good company, right? If they treat you right, you know what I mean. But if they decide that you're not worth it or whatever, but they just gonna invest in you because that's the company policy. So we gotta pay for this girl to go to college, even though we know that we ain't gonna do nothing with it. Then that's what it is. They even made up a rule while we was there, and I think they did it because of me and my friend, because I think we kept doing too much schooling. And I think they was like, well, you know, if we pay for your schooling, you have to stay here for 2 years later. It happened all while me and her was doing the school thing. And they said, well, you got to stay here 2 years later. She actually ended up having to pay them back.
Oh, you got to pay back the degree.
Because they said you got to pay money. So now they want to put you in a position where they going to pay for you to go to school. They not about to hire you to do anything else, but they like, oh,
they're gonna keep
you go right, but you got to stay here for 2 years, just not.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Right. You know what I mean? But again, another parameter you got to work. You got to work around. Right. Okay, this is the new rule. This is what it is. We'll deal with it.
Exactly.
It's not a problem.
Exactly.
Not a problem. So if I got to wait now a year before I leave, okay.
Okay. That's
right. Okay. But I got the papers.
And I agree. You know, we're not trying to bash the company, but
not at
you know,
all.
when you look like we do, it's a different journey than it's for other folks.
It's very different.
And the one thing I always say about that company is really simple. It's the Titanic. It's going down a path. It sees the iceberg, but because it's so big and there's so many moving parts, by the time you start turning, you're still going to hit the iceberg.
You're still going to hit it. At least graze a little bit.
Yeah, so at least you know that. So once you mentioned, you know, one of my favorite people who upped and duffed us and left.
Yes, she did.
One of the things that I always truly, truly admired about you, your sense of adventure and the fact that you love to travel.
Yes.
Oh my God! Can you tell the people some of the places you have been?
She and I are both so a little upset because we did all this traveling and stuff before there was Facebook, right? So we traveled the whole world, and then we ain't get to document any of it because it wasn't no Facebook back then. That's why when I see all these people, we went to China, we went to Egypt, we went to South Africa. I'm like, that's cute, but I mean, we was doing that like 10 years ago. Like we did it. Like we went. So me and my girlfriend, we traveled the world. That's part of living the best life too, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
so that's actually how she became my best friend. So we went to China together, and the way it happened is my first international trip was that year before we went to China. I went to South Africa, and I'm with my mom. Me and my mom was in the room. So then this next year comes, and the trip now this year is China. Okay, this is great, China. So me and my mom supposed to share a room. One day my mother comes back to me and she says, well, Shia, I got a different roommate. So
whoa.
Yeah, for a trip to China. She said, I got a different roommate, so I don't know about you, but I'm going to be in the room with so-and-so, and I think you need to figure it out.
Oh, wow.
What?
Okay.
Mom, like, I just got finished earlier saying me and her in this whole thing together. You see that? But you see how she just dropped me? Like, okay.
Hey, in case my kids are listening, pay attention to that line.
But it just so happens, right? Doing this job that I do every day, I used to go fixing computers. I went from site to site to site, and I met like people at these sites. And the way I met the person I'm talking about, I'm gonna say her name. Her name is Kapinzi.
KP.
And, right, I call her KP. And the way I met her is doing this job. Springfield was not, even though, so this is where I'm at the site Springfield. That's the site where AJ worked.
Yeah, man.
Springfield, at least outside on the floor, was not the darkest of hue kind of building. Okay. So when I walked past her and I looked over, I seen out the corner of my eye, and I had to back up. And I looked at her, and I was like, oh. And she looked at me, and she stood up. She was like, because we couldn't believe we seen each other in the same space. We was like that. So I met her, and then I was like, oh my God, girl. And she's like, oh my God, girl. And it was very girl. And we was best friends just from right there. Like we met each other. We just was close since right there. And so then come to fast forward to maybe it wasn't even that long. It was maybe about Actually, no, it may have been like a year or so after.
Yeah.
Because I remember KP, she had actually took a leave of absence from work.
Yes.
This is another thing about living your best life.
Yes.
She took a leave of absence for work so she could go to Amsterdam.
For culinary school.
And for
I remember
culinary
that.
school.
I remember
so
that.
that's
Yes.
so that's another,
Yeah.
living your best life.
Yeah.
So I knew she was down to travel.
Okay.
So when my mother told me that she had got a new roommate, I had to do what I had to do. KP actually was back from Amsterdam, so that was good. I feel like the universe just always be working in
Yes,
your life.
I agree.
Yeah.
And so she was back from Amsterdam. So my mother told me, I just so happened to be going to Springfield, and I was like, wait a minute, I could ask her if she wants to go. And I just went over there. I was like, listen, I'm going to China and I need a roommate. Do you want to go? And she was like, so how much you need? And I was like, wait a minute, you don't even hear the dates yet. She was like, it don't even matter what the dates are.
Okay.
It don't even matter. She was like, because China, I ain't never been to China. I want to go to China.
I
And so
love it.
then, so she was like, she was with it. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna go.
I want
so,
a friend like that.
Oh my God. It was the best thing in the world. When I tell you it was the best thing in the world, and we got to do so much together. And you know, it's cool when you find somebody who like to travel. So me and her, two different people.
Yeah.
We mad different. The way she go about it, the way I go about it, mad different. But the way I was traveling, it just worked.
Yeah.
And we traveled for maybe like 10 years together.
Yeah.
10 years. And we went to all these different places, got to
Yeah.
see all this different stuff. And we did it together. And even though, like, 'cause, you know, you be with somebody, because trips be like international trips, they could be like 2 weeks at times.
Yeah.
So when you spend that much time with
Yes.
somebody, you do get on each other's nerves.
Yeah.
But we knew how to get on each other's nerves.
And back away.
But all right, let's go.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna miss these
That's
northern
right.
lights.
That's right.
So we got to go see these northern lights. So who's mad? Nobody's mad. The
There
Northern
was a
Lights is
time
great.
when I didn't see you without Kapinzi.
Yeah.
It was
we
like
was-
you two were twins to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
You know.
We was two sisters who liked doing similar
Yeah.
things, even though we were so different,
Different.
and we
Definitely
were trapped
different.
in the same struggle. So
Yeah.
as far as the struggle go, you would see us at the struggle events
Yeah.
with the struggle people, and we would be here doing the struggle events because even though we feel like it's kind of hopeless. We still free spirits, so
Yeah.
let's go. Am I having a party? We're gonna go. Am
Yeah.
I doing a conference? We're gonna go. Like we're gonna participate.
Oh wait,
and
we
we're
got,
gonna
now
be
that you said that
out here.
We got to speak up a little bit because MI, as you just heard about Shia,
Uh-huh.
man, the name of the organization was the Minority Interchange.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you remember Karen Everett. We did the podcast with her, and that's where I met her through MI. If there was
Okay.
no MI, I would have never met her. And here we are all these years later, and we still cool.
Yeah.
And so you and I also had the opportunity to attend quite a few MI events.
Uh-huh.
And especially when you speak about it through the perspective of that black struggle,
Uh-huh.
this was that safe haven for us. Because listen to the name of the company, organization, Minority Interchange.
Right.
So we got all the minorities. At that time, there were no gay and lesbian groups. There were no
Right,
Hispanic.
right.
Now, they were out there, but they weren't formalized in the organizations.
Right.
So MI was that umbrella where all those people came because that was that safe space for all of
For
us.
all minorities,
Okay.
right.
But the fact that we got to attend MI also, I think, helped put a little polish and sheen on us because we got
Yeah,
access
yeah.
to incredible people we'd have never seen.
Yep.
Got the fellowship with some of our co-people that were hanging out with us, and just a nice space to really learn, to grow, and develop.
Yeah, yeah,
So
it
what
was
do you
very
think about MI as far as your impact on you?
I think as far as organizations go, I'm not really a joiner, right? So I didn't necessarily join it, but at the same time, I'll participate. I'm willing to support, and somebody's having something, I'll go because I feel like part of being African American or black person, like working in corporate America, is you kind of need some people to bounce some things off of, and then Minority Interchange was a safe space for me to kind of see people like me and actually see you successful
Yes.
black
Yes.
people at PSENG, right? Because you all are out there, right? But it seems like when things aren't happening for you, you could see that it is happening for somebody.
Yes.
So possibility is always out there, and it's never really shuts a door. But I feel like Minority Interchange was great because it got me to network with people, meet some people. I got to talk to a lot of you all, and you all, for the most part, were very embracing of both me and KP.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I feel like we normally had a good time. We
Yeah.
always had a good time. But I think good time is my middle name, so I always have fun, no
Yeah,
matter
no,
what.
absolutely. Minority Interchange actually changed a lot of people's
Yeah.
lives. It wasn't just for the networking. You learned some stuff. Because when I remember when I joined, because, I was with Prudential at the time. And the networking was beautiful. But I learned so much from so many professional people and so many professional black people and the motivational speakers. I mean, I was motivated from the minute I walked through the door.
Yeah.
it literally, I believe that it was minority interchange that helped me to become my true self.
That's
I
awesome.
became an author. I became a playwright. I wrote books. I wrote plays. I performed plays.
That's awesome.
I did that. I followed my dream. I did everything that I envisioned myself to do. But I didn't have the courage to do that before joining an organization that allowed me to see so many young professional people, yourself included, because I saw you a lot. And all the rest of the people that were around the scope, it really, really helped me to elevate my game. So
Here we are.
yeah, and here we are.
On your podcast.
On my podcast. That's right, thank you. I forgot. See, girl. Yes, indeed. On my podcast.
On your podcast.
Now we want to fast forward to, I want to get a lot of the academic and the work stuff out because, people need to understand this journey. This just doesn't happen. It don't come out of nowhere. There's a system that you had to kind of navigate your way through to get there. And then all of a sudden this one day, chick pops up, you see the struggle game and she's on skates struggling, trying to get her skating game together. Now for a brother like me, I can skate a little bit, matter of fact, if you went in my basement before I built my studio down there, we used to rollerblade in the basement.
Oh, for real?
And I say
The whole
rollerblade
family.
because
That's awesome.
old regular roller skates was the four wheels.
So I have a question. I keep inviting you to all my roller skating stuff and you never come.
So-
So meanwhile, you was roller skating in the
So
basement.
I got to explain to you.
Let him tell you the whole
So
story.
now we rollerblade in the base because we wanted to learn inside because
Yeah.
rollerblades are different than roller
They're
skates.
roller skates. They're different.
Because rollerblades are all the wheels in line, where roller skates you got two in front, two in the back. You got
quads versus inline.
yes. So before we went out, we roller skated inside. Then we took it to the street 'cause once we knew we could do it, so we
Yeah.
could show off in the street.
Yeah, Boutique
So,
Park, everywhere.
when you started roller skating, I don't know if it's been so long ago. I know you don't remember. And I said to you, all the years that I skate, I could never skate backwards. I would go to the wall and push off the wall and skate. And to this day, I still can't skate backwards. Now, I don't spend a lot of time on roller skates. I learned to ice skate before I learned to roller skate. So I
Okay.
started out ice skating as a kid. And then that migrated into roller skating. So as I said, your first journey, a little shaky. You was struggling a little bit. Now, I think probably about a couple days, I saw you post a video because you were doing this wonderful thing for
Breast
Cancer Awareness
Challenge.
Week.
Yeah.
A month, I should say, not just week. And you were posting videos like every other day. You just
Every
been out
day,
there.
every day.
And now, from that first video, you need to go back and watch one of your first videos and then watch this next video.
thinking.
You looking so much better.
was
Tell
thinking.
us about this journey. What possessed you?
So the skating thing, right, is nothing else I want to do.
I know.
I want to skate. Like, I could be skating right now. I see this wood floor, and it's like, okay.
And I saw you skating on your floor at the house.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, wood floors. Let's get it.
here,
So, my whole life, because I want to tell the whole how I started skating, and I want to put the whole thing out there because it really is a lot of different pieces to it. Skating, my whole life, I used to go skating as a kid. My mother used to drop me off the skating rink every Saturday night, and I would go to skate 22 in Union.
Yep, 22.
But back then I was really just going for the camaraderie and the dance. We
And
used
the
to
music,
dance,
yep.
right? Because music was so good. We used to go. It's like a party. Now, mind you, I had skates, so I took my skates with me. Every once in a while, I would put them on, and I would go around the circle a few times. But then the music is so good, my people's be on the side dancing. I'm like, hey, I'm missing it. So I take my skates off, and I go back to the dancer. So growing up, I was really going to skate rink to dance because it used to be every Saturday. That's what we did. But throughout my life, if anybody ever said, let's go roller skating, I would go because I had skates, right? So my feet was big when I was little. I don't have no problem saying that. So the skates I had when I was little, I could still fit them now,
Wow.
right? So throughout my whole life, I always had skates. Somebody say, you want to go skating? Sure, I got these skates. Let's go skating. So I never really backed down from skating. But I could only skate in a circle, right? I could only go forward. I couldn't do anything. Even though in my mind I wanted to go backwards,
Yep.
I was never confident enough, and I never was outgoing enough to talk to people to be like, hey, can you help me go back? Like, so I never did that part. So just growing up, I just only went forward, and that was it. Fast forward to, I guess I started skating in 2021 during the pandemic. So pandemic started 2020.
Okay.
So that next like March, April is when I started skating. And that's because somebody posted on Facebook. They said, who want to go skating? And like I just said, throughout my whole life, somebody say you want to go skating,
Then you just
I'm always like, sure, let's go skating. Back then, tickets was only in advance, and you had to get in advance, so it could be sold out. So it took me about 4 weeks to get a ticket to go on a Thursday night, because I guess maybe him and Harn, like the first time I didn't get it till right when it was time to go, tickets sold out. The next time I did it a little bit early in the day, but tickets were sold out, I couldn't go. The next time I tried it, maybe like the day before, ticket was sold out, I couldn't go. So I tried again, and I said, okay, I'm going to try. So every week now I'm trying to just buy a ticket.
Okay.
And so the next time I did it like 2 days in advance, it went through. So now I have to go skating this particular Thursday, right? So I go to the skating rink this particular Thursday. Mind you, the person who said, let's go skating, to this day,
has not
been skating.
Oh, my God.
To this day, this person, and if they hear this podcast, they know, I'm talking about you.
On blast.
They have not been skating. So we have not been at the skate. Now, even if they say, oh, they went skating, me and that person have not been at the skating rink at the same time. And when I tell you I live there, I know they ain't never been skating, because I'm at the skating rink. I'm there all the time. I live there. So when they said, so now I'm committed, I got to go this particular Thursday, because now 2 days, 3 days in advance, I bought the ticket, I got the ticket, I got to go. So I go this particular Thursday, I go skating. I go by myself. I don't know nobody. I'm just there. I put my skates on. I go. I could skate. Like I said, I could go in a circle. I could skate around a circle. But then at the same time, I got tired. So I got to sit down. And then, like, I'm seeing all these people that skate so good. And I'm like, oh, wow, look at all these people who skate so good. I noticed one girl there with these particular skates on. And I could tell she was learning to skate, because what she was doing, I was like, oh, look at her. She's learning how to skate. I wouldn't go talk to her. Like, now maybe I should have, but I didn't go talk to her. But I saw her.
Yep.
I saw this real heavy set girl, and she was skating. She was floating across the floor, and I was like, oh my God, look how good she could skate. This is crazy. And I'm like, and I'm looking at other people skate, and then I'm trying to get back out there, and I just go around a few more times. I had a good time, right? The music is good. The people, ain't nobody hit me and do nothing crazy to me, so I survived. I didn't fall. So I had a good time. But I remember taking off my skates that night, and I said to myself, I am going to learn how to skate.
Okay.
Right? That's it. I am going to learn how to skate. So this was Thursday night. But let me put this into also more context.
Okay.
Right? So at the time, it was during the pandemic, so I wasn't doing any activity. I wasn't, right? So I think I was trying to go for walks in the park, because I live really close to a park, Weequahic Park.
Sounds like we're about to hear about the pandemic spread.
Well, but I didn't care about the spread. I really did spread. I could care less about spread, because I was spreading. I was home. I was cooking. I was eating. I made all sorts of stuff. You should see my recipe book now, because I cooked everything, and I cooked it like a professional. Go back and look at my Facebook. I showed you I cooked everything. I know Miss Hot Sauce over there. I was cooking.
Okay.
And I live alone. I cooked everything. Like, Rashia, who are all these people you cooking for? It was just me.
I
cooked it all. Yeah, and I made everything, and I ate it.
You're one of our top favorite. Well, mine. You show up on every time you post. Right. You show up on my feed.
So back to like the whole thing that got me doing skating at the time too. Also with working, right? So I'm still a black woman working, and at this time I'm applying for mad jobs in my company. I can't get nothing. I always get the interview, but for some reason I could never get the job. It's crazy.
Okay.
So, and then at the time my brother is actually, he deals with what is that? Kidney? Is it kidney failure? We go for dialysis?
Dialysis.
Okay, kidney failure. And so I was in the process of trying to become a donor for him. If we fast forward, I can't be a donor because I have something that won't let me give a kidney. Because if I could have, I would have given it to him 1,000,000 times over, and he would have one right now. So my brother's still looking for a kidney. But at the time, since I was in the process, I was sedentary. Is that how you pronounce the word? I was very sedentary. Yep. And so I said to myself, if I start doing this activity of skating, it will be something that keeps me active and moving. And so that way, if I have surgery, I'll have something to come back to that'll get me active and moving. And it was also combined that with the working and not being able to get other jobs and just feeling like I'm trying to do something, like I'm relying on other people to control my destiny.
Absolutely.
And I didn't want that to be my story either. So when I looked at skate and I said it was something that I control, that I'm in charge of, that can't nobody, don't nobody decide whether or not I'm good enough to do this. It's all me. And how good I get or how good I am is just me, right? Because I know I'm good at work. I know whatever it is, these things I'm applying for, I know I could do it, and I know y'all want me to do it, but at the same time, you don't want me to do it. And if that's who you want, the second best person, then you go with your second choice.
That's right.
You get what you paid for.
That's exactly
But But with skating, I said, it's something that's me. I control it. I could do it. And it was going to give me some activity. So when I came back from surgery, from giving my brother a kidney, I would have something to do that still keep me active. So making that decision that Thursday night to skate, all of that was in my mind.
Wow.
All of that went into that decision of this is what I need to do.
Okay.
So with that, I just started going skating. I just started, so it started off with every Thursday, and I'll never forget. I went Thursday to that first week, and then I went back that next week. And that second week, it's crazy how Facebook is, because they be listening to you.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So on my Facebook feed, like something started coming in. It's about this place called Live, Love, Skate. They teach you how to skate. And I was like, the first time I said, it was the second week I went skating. When I left, it was something in my feed called Live, Love, Skate. And I was like, I'm not missing. I'm just going to learn the old fashioned way. I'm just going to keep going to the skating rink, and I'm gonna learn. But at the same time, that second week, I was still looking around, everybody skating. I'm like,
I need help.
Maybe I need help. So that third week, I went back to the skating rink, and sure enough, when I left, Live, Love, Skate popped up in my feed. So now I'm looking into it, looking at it. I'm like, they teach you how to skate. Giving it some thought, and I look into it, and so it was the end of March. And then they said, this was Thursday night into March, and I'm looking at it, and they got a phone number there, but by the time you get out of skating, it's like 10, 11 o'clock.
Yep.
So I can't call, and then on Fridays they close, so you can't call. So it was like, it was about to be April. So I said, well, they said classes start 10 o'clock first Saturday in April.
Oh,
Okay, well, that's this Saturday.
I'm going.
If I want to join this thing, I got to start the beginning of this, because otherwise it was you wait a month, and then you go to the...
That's right.
Yeah.
I showed up at that place, and I said, get there early and bring cash too, right? Because you don't know what they're going to need, what they're going to ask for, how much it's going to cost. I had no idea.
Okay.
But I got there like 9, class started at 10, got there like 9:30. Hey, y'all, I seen y'all on the internets, and I want to learn how to skate. And he was like, what? And I was like, and I held the skate store. I was like, I got skates and everything. And they was like, did you call? Nope, I didn't call. Did you sign up online? No.
Nope.
I said, but I got my skates. And I'm here. Like, what I got to do?
What
They was
we
like,
gotta do?
okay, no problem.
Okay.
They signed me
I love
up
it. I love
for the
it.
class.
Yes.
And then I ended up being in this Live, Love, Skate class and I did it for a long time. Maybe about a year. I took lessons with them.
I love it.
And I'll never forget, it was the most serious thing in my life. But when I signed up, they said, you skate classes on Saturday, but they had something called open skate for like their students and I guess people outside. That was on Wednesday. Okay. So I went from skating just Thursday night to now I skate Thursday night, Saturday morning, and Wednesday night, right?
Okay.
So all of a sudden it's three nights.
Yeah.
It's 3 days that I'm skating. So this is great because I felt like I needed more days because the one day wasn't cutting it.
Yep.
But so
Yep.
now I
Yep.
went from 1 to 3, just like that. It was like magic. So okay, this is great. So I'm learning how to skate. They would teach me stuff, and they could tell you I was very serious about it. Like when we got there, I put my skates on. They give you like 10, 15 minutes to warm up and practice some stuff that you learned the last time. I would come in, I would go around, I would be practicing crossovers, balancing on one leg, going backwards on one leg, just trying like different stuff. They had to teach me how to go backwards. I didn't know. They had to teach me how to turn around. They taught me so much. They taught me bubbles. They taught me so much, like my foundational stuff so that way I could just feel confident and comfortable standing up on skates. But I'm so happy that I decided to go, like that I didn't wait. Oh, I don't know anybody. Oh, I don't know how it's gonna be. Oh, can I really do this?
Excuses.
But like
That's
I
all
said,
those are. Yep.
like I said, skating was the thing that I could control. So either I'm gonna control it and I'm gonna go to this class and I'm gonna learn what I can learn, or I'm gonna sit around and be like, oh, I don't know anybody, and then I didn't go. But I ended up going. It was the best decision because they taught me so much. Going to Live, Love, Skate. I loved it.
Listen, I'm impressed.
I'm impressed too. I love it.
I just love the journey, and I also love the fact that one thing I always say to the family all the time is, lightning doesn't strike twice. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't understand when that bolt of lightning comes down, you need to take action. And then when it goes by, you sit by, you go, oh my God. And now you saw the opportunity. Like you said, you didn't sign up. You brought cash in your skates, and you came early on top of that.
Right.
So you were giving these people no reason to say no to you.
To be like, no,
yes.
I'm here.
And
I got skates. I got money.
Now you said that was 2021. Here we are in 2023. So you have kept up with this thing for a strong 2 years.
It's about to be my It's more than 2 years, so it's about 2.5 years.
Yep.
And come March, April will be my
third
3-year
year.
skate
Yeah.
anniversary. And
Well,
I'm
listen,
very excited.
We
I'm
will
looking
tell
forward
you,
to it.
we love your journey. We
Yeah.
crack it up, be like, look at she's skating again. Look at her,
I'm
especially
skating. I
in
skate
the house.
all the time.
Yes.
I skate. But my house, that room, my living room, used to be carpet.
Yes, I remember.
I got it wood so I could skate in the house.
So you could skate in the
because I
house.
said this house needs to be what I need it to be, or I just got to get a
Exactly.
whole new house.
And that's how
why
we
we
feel.
skated in the basement.
That's how we feel.
I had
yeah.
to. I was on vacation. I was on
Yeah.
vacation. I went to Antigua for a week, and the people was in my house doing something to the radiator. Something was happening to one of my radiators, and my plumber, he do everything. He's the best plumber in the world, right? But I was like, I think I want to change this floor.
Yeah.
Oh, and my ceiling in my living room had collapsed.
Oh, okay.
So he was putting up the new ceiling, and I was getting ceiling fans because I never had overhead light. My house been in the house a long time.
Oh,
Never had
yeah.
overhead light.
Always dark.
So,
Old houses, that's
I got a ceiling fan
Yep,
put up
I
in my
did
living
all the lights in
room,
here.
ceiling fan
Yeah.
putting up in my bedroom. And while he was there, I was like, I think I want
New floor.
new floor so I can skate in here. And that's really why I told him I want to be able to skate in here. Like it's my house,
Folks, do you hear this?
and I
Exactly.
need
Do
to be
you
able to
hear?
skate in my
I
house.
hear
A
you.
woman gave up her living room to turn it into a skate rink.
Yep.
This is what
That's
I'm talking
okay.
about.
Listen,
Yep.
let
This
me
is
tell you
how you
something.
live your best life now.
That's how you live
Yep.
your best life.
Yep.
We've given up this dining room so that I can have
this
it as
podcast.
my podcast,
Good.
my art room, and my office to do my
Absolutely.
writing. This is no longer a dining room.
Right.
This is Caroline's domain.
See, and the space
Yeah.
needs to be functional for you to
Exactly.
do what you want to do in it.
Exactly.
And that's what I want to do. I wanted to skate in it.
Exactly.
And I got the wood floors.
Well,
There you
let's
go.
dovetail into
Yeah.
this other obsession you seem to have, because this one I don't think you'll be able to do in your living room. You'd have to take the third and the second floor out and build trusses and everything. Where did this love of roller skating come in?
Roller
Excuse
skating
me.
or roller coaster?
Roller coaster.
Roller coaster. I'm like, wait,
yes,
what?
because let me just give you my quick little story.
Okay.
You know Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm one of them guys. I'm sitting in the middle. I ain't sitting in the front, and I don't want to sit in the back.
I sit in the back every time.
Man, they got me to
Back
sit
row.
in the front. I'm like, oh Lord. So you know how it goes. They come out, and this is what I love about all these amusement parks. With all this technology that we have, they can make the wheels super smooth. You'd never hear it roll across the rail. You would never hear that.
I think you heard that on Rolling Thunder, though, because that was a long time ago.
Do you know why they do that? What do they tell you about babies?
What?
Babies are born with
I don't have
two
any
natural fears:
What?
noise
Uh-huh.
and a fear of falling.
Fear of falling.
And what do roller coasters give you? Noise
and a
and
fear,
a fear of falling.
First of all, I'm going to need us to not talk bad about roller coasters.
No, I'm just saying it's
Because roller coasters is everything. I think everybody should skate, and I think everybody should
No.
get over any fear and ride coasters.
so let me just tell you. So I got in the front car. You know how Rolling Thunder is. You start on that little slow incline, then you go up. It's
Right.
that first big drop.
Uh-huh.
You go up, and that thing is. You just this thing gonna break.
Uh-huh.
Then you get up to the top, and they could just let you roll over the top. It gets up to the top, and it act like it can't get over
But
the
it's
top.
It's in.
And then you get to look. You get to that one point where you look, and you get to
That's
see
what
the
happens
drop.
in the front. That's
you
what happens
like,
in the front.
uh-oh, and then that thing just lets go, and all gravity is gone.
So how about this?
But wait a minute, this is what did it to me.
Okay.
So as you make that drop, you come down, I felt my feet lifting up off the floor.
Yeah, it's called airtime.
Yes, and that's when I said, okay, I don't really need to be riding these no
You
more.
lift out the seat too.
Yeah, so that
no.
so that kind of cured me now.
That's actually the best part.
Okay.
You know,
So that's why I had to frame that
Just some
to understand
insider
you.
information. Some insider information. So coaster fanatics, we love airtime.
Yes, you
right?
do.
So
'Cause
part
y'all
of what
crazy.
they do is when they come around, they check your harness, they push it down on you. Coaster people don't like that. Coaster people put like their arms there.
To loosen it up.
Yeah, or we sit up like this. So that way they can't push it all the way down on us. So that way we still get the maximum
the lift.
airtime. So when they come around, they push it down. Your arms are there, so they didn't push it all the way down on you. So they push it, but it don't go. So you're like, great. So now when you get more airtime, so that's a inside the coaster.
You can
Sort of
have
thing.
Well,
that.
I have lots of fears in my life. So
Okay.
trying to get over some of these fears is I'm doing better. But no.
I have a trick about coasters. Here's my thing about coasters. I used to, because I think I mentioned earlier that I do that I'm not as afraid as coasters, and that this was recent, right? That it made me get over this
Yeah.
fear of coasters. what I learned about coasters is that really the scariest part of the coaster is going up that first hill. That's the scariest part. That's when they freaking you out. You're like, oh Lord Jesus, why? Right. So what I've learned to do is just calm myself down. Right. Just calm down. Just don't panic. Like, why are you panicking? Right. Because really, once you locked in, you're not going nowhere. You're in there. Right. Even if it's nothing's gonna happen to you.
It's gonna have to be a real fault of something to happen.
Right. And for you fine. Yes. Fine. You once they lock you in, they check. And I love, so even though I say coaster people don't let them push it all the way down, we still make sure they check. Right. You gonna check it's locked. We care about that part. Is it locked? And we good. As long as it's locked, you good.
Okay. Wait. One more point. Do you also know that when you get on this roller coaster, do you know who's depending on to save your life? That's Opie, the little 16-year-old kid that's working the park in the summer. I don't trust him.
No. The coaster saves our lives, and it's up to you. I mean, you check it too. You check the thing. You don't just let him check and then that's it. No, he checking you like, all right. Let me do your. You with somebody? Let me do your.
Because this is summer job. He ain't thrilled to be there.
Not for nothing. No. People that run coasters. It's a very prestigious position though in the amusement park industry to be a part of a crew that's running the coaster. So the people that do run the coasters, even the little teenagers, if they have the opportunity to work, let's say on Nitro or Great Adventures, they are grateful and thankful because they could just be doing the swings.
I got
or the bumper carts,
so
right?
That's an honor.
So it's an honor to be able to run one of the roller coasters. So those kids really do care about their job and they do care about you not falling out, I guess.
All right, so I'm gonna take it back, Opie. I didn't mean to blank out on you that time. That I wasn't feeling you wasn't doing your job.
No.
Well, I'm gonna go back to what you said about not being right.
But that's the other thing, right? So I've learned to calm myself down.
How you do that?
I close my eyes. And as it's going up the hill, I was like, just breathe, just in and out. I say to myself, this is the time on the coaster where you can relax. And I relax myself, and I just close my eyes, and let's go up the hill. And I'm like, no matter what, you ain't here, you doing it, so let's just enjoy it. And I say that to myself. And once you get up top, I've learned to look out, not down.
Don't look down.
I look out. So you look out, and you don't see what's happening underneath. You just look out, like, oh, it's so beautiful here, because you're going down the hill at this point.
Yes.
And it's not scary. So I've learned to calm myself down, and now I'm just not scared. And a lot of coasters don't even take that long anymore to go up the hill. Now the lifts are quick, so that time where you had time to panic and freak out is a launch. So you up and over, and it's not they don't really give you time to be scared no more. So it's kind of
your brother feels the same way because he seems like he's the one that always be antagonized you to let's go.
Oh my goodness, my brother! I don't know how he feels about coasters, but I just know that we both love them equally. And that when he and I get together and go to Great Adventures, it's like two little kids. We was just there. We went for Fright Fest on the 30th.
What did the post say?
Fright Fest.
Guess where I'm at? We knew.
Yep. Great Adventures for Fright Fest. We went, and when I tell you, I think I put the post. It was like two little kids, two little bad kids.
That's what you said.
That you let run around unsupervised in the amusement park. We only had 2 hours because we went that night. We only had 2 hours. And when I tell you, it was raining a little bit. When I tell you we got on all the good stuff, luckily Great Adventures only has like 4 rides, 5 rides worth riding if you a coaster person. Like 5. They got a bunch of other coasters, there, but
not
you don't really got to ride them.
And the other big ones.
But it's about 5 rides there that you got to ride. We got to ride them all at least twice.
Okay.
So we had the best time, and we didn't have a flash pass. You get a flash pass. It costs you like an extra $3,000, like for this flash pass.
Move up fast in the line.
But you don't got to wait in line because that's one thing that as a coaster you don't want to have to wait in line. Like I'm not waiting in line to get on because I want to ride it. I want to ride like 2-3 times, especially at a new place, and I want to be able to get on, get off, get on again. Right. So waiting in line is not happening. But we did that. Great Adventures on the 30th for Fright Fest. We did, and this lady chased us. With the chainsaw.
One of the costumes.
Because she was messing with my brother. I said, "Don't you mess with my brother." She was like, "Ah!" She came after me. Oh no!
Get him.
We're not playing with him anymore.
I know AJ used to go to those things.
Yeah, he's our big coaster
AJ
thrill
is
guy.
the person who
So Rolling Thunder and Free Fall is the ones that got me to stop.
Yeah. You know that Rolling Thunder and Free Fall are both no longer in Great Adventures. Rolling Thunder has been dismantled. Free Fall actually is at Dorney Park now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can go to Donny Park and ride it.
Well, I vowed I'd never ride that again, so I'm done with free fall.
I will give it to free fall though.
No.
It was the scariest ride in the park. It was the scariest ride. It was the scariest thing at Great Adventures. Man. It was so coasters up and down, all of that. It was crazy. But free fall,
that drop,
it used to be the scariest ride in the park, and you didn't know when it was your turn, when it was about to drop. It would sit you there,
make all that noise.
Yes.
And then you hear that. And then it just let go.
Yeah, it used to be scary.
All right, we have to switch gears a little bit here because you have referenced them several times. And the one thing that I do love about you, I really, really love, is your love of family. I see y'all at the church together. I see y'all at IHOP together. I see y'all at any events that y'all throwing.
We was just on the phone together before we started this. Yeah, we just had a family group chat.
We should have had that on video so folks could see that. So talk to me about, because especially in this age that, folks are in, a lot of times we have these little petty jealousies that get between us, and family, it creates those rifts in families, and family don't want to get together. The only time we get together, obviously, when somebody dies or when a wedding comes. But your family has seemed to be able to have events, every other week, minimum once a month.
We're talking right now trying to get together to go see The Color Purple, because that's coming. That's coming out, and so we on the family group text right now, trying to figure out what day we going. Do we want to go on Christmas day after, wait till Saturday? Somebody said, I ain't waiting till no Saturday. I ain't waiting. All right, so fine. We're not going to wait till Saturday.
When is it going to be? Is it on Christmas Day?
Yeah, it's coming out Christmas Day. And Christmas is on a Monday this year. Christmas on a Monday. So we deciding between Monday or Tuesday, right? Do we want to go on Christmas in our jammies or on Tuesday? Even though if we wait till Tuesday, we can still wear our jammies.
Yeah, you sure
so somebody please tell the family that just because we're not going on Christmas doesn't mean we can't wear our jammies the next day.
So who's that one in your family that's the one that pulls everything together? Who's that person?
It's my mother. Okay. My mother is. And my mother had become that person after her mom passed away, right? So because my grandmother was really, I guess like in most families, right? The matriarch of the family. She really held everything together. We did stuff at her house all the time, and it was really for that. But then after my grandmother passed away, my mother really took it upon herself to get our family going in the direction of how do we stay together. She started something called, we have this Kennard Family Helping Hands.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And what that is
we do
at
the Penn Station. I remember that.
Well, we give away for Martin Luther King birthday every year. We do it as an act of service. And we give away food and clothing and information for folks at different places at this point, because we used to do it at a park behind Penn Station here in Newark. But then we had to move it to, let's say, where did we go? To a shelter in Newark, and so that's where it's been for the last few years. There have been a lot of restrictions happening on people who want to do things like this, so I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to do it in that same capacity, and if we're going to have to pivot. It's looking like a pivot, because even though we have food handlers licenses, so that way we can be able to give away food, it's like location and partnerships with people, it just seems like it's a lot more regulations on it now. So it's more difficult. My mom was just talking about that perhaps for this year, and she's been working with the nursing home. So one of her sisters was in a nursing home for a long time before she passed away, and we were going to do our act of service there. So she's working right now with that nursing home to kind of solidify our ability to be able to do that on that Monday for Martin Luther King's birthday, to go and have adopt a nursing home. And we'll bring food and games and stuff like that. And we'll just go make it a day of spending time in the nursing home with people and making sure they have a really good day that day.
So let's have a special shout out to the whole Kennard family and all that y'all doing out there. That's because we need more of that, especially because you're taking care of our community.
Thank you.
And honey, I know we're getting close to wrapping up, but I would be remiss if I didn't ask this either, because you see us sitting here in our gear. So
I don't want to talk about my team.
What is your feeling about our squad now? As the struggle is real.
I am so grateful for skating, because now I don't even watch the games anymore.
Come on.
I feel like if my team don't want to win, the people who make all the money, if they don't want to win, I don't care. I don't care no more. Now, yes, I will put on my stuff.
Yes, you do.
Because it's Sunday, it's game day, and I'm a die-hard, loyal, big blue fan for life. That's not gonna change.
Right.
But they don't have to take my time. I would be so upset if I miss my skate night, so like tonight, I don't know what time was our game today.
We got the 4:00 game.
Okay, so I could watch that game, right? Because it's daytime. Yeah. But if it's like an 8:00 game and I don't go skating because I want to stay home and watch the game, and then we play terrible, I would be so mad.
That's a wasted night for you.
Yeah, so I don't even give them the opportunity to do that to me. If I gotta go skating, I go skate. And when I first started skating, I used to skate on Sunday mornings. Like Sunday, it was brown. Like I used to go at like 12:00 to the skating rink. And well, it could be a game on because it's 1:00, right? The games used to be games 1:00. I just missed the game, right? And so that's what really started me skating during the day on Sundays, missing the game. Because now I skate Sunday night, and if we got Sunday night, I miss it. I mean, I don't. Even if I'm home, I don't even think I watch it no more. I just see Facebook, and I look at my people, and they be like, for crying out loud, what in the world? And I'm like, I ain't missing nothing. But if they say, okay, then I'm like, okay, I can turn and see what's happening. And I only turn real quick because I feel like me not watching is helping. So I don't want to interfere. So I just wait for the count. And they be like, yes. And I'm like, oh, we won. I'll be excited. But for the most part, that excitement, we don't be winning. That's why I put this shirt on, because this shirt, if you look at it, is all you see how it's all one color.
Okay.
I'm hoping can't nobody see the name of the team on there.
But we can.
We can?
But we can.
Okay, well
listen,
I know you're going to see it.
You a fan, so don't feel bad.
True blue.
Well, I'm not really any fan of any sports, but I do watch the sports because Al watches the sports. So I am probably the most knowledgeable non-sports fan in the world.
That's awesome. Everybody needs that, though.
I'm serious.
I mean,
I can watch the talk shows when they're talking about, and I know everything they're talking about.
That's awesome.
I mean, I know everything there is to know about football, basketball, baseball, tennis, golf.
Dad, he make you watch all that?
Yes, ma'am.
Hardcore.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
You even got my little granddaughter who is swinging a golf course, finding anything that she could find to play tennis.
That's awesome.
Playing basketball.
Yeah, man. Girl got a mean dunk.
And running with the football. All because of Al. She watches these games with Al, too. And if somebody is golfing and they miss, and she'll look at Al, she goes, they missed. It's amazing.
That's so cute.
Yeah, you are what your environment tells you.
But I did tell him that this year, well, let's say January, because this year is almost over, let's be fair. I'm going to really try to delve into this whole sports thing. I'm going to really try to participate with the people.
I think, first of all we got to do is get you, like, one of these jackets. Yeah. And I think if you just wear it every Sunday. I think that's
tell her what I just did.
Well, he brought me some Giants pajamas.
Okay.
And so I told him
that's nice and cozy for Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Nice and cozy.
I brought her a regular shirt that she can wear. She got a jersey,
okay,
but I got her a regular like Giants shirt.
Like a t-shirt.
I said, let me tell you, because I came in just what you just said. I'm watching the game. About to put my foot through the TV, and she come through here all happy and excited. I said, you know what the problem is? You're not invested. Right. You ain't feeling the breeze. So
not invested.
I said,
not invested.
How do you invest people? You start getting them gear.
Yeah.
So I got her some gear.
So I'm excited now. I told him, I said, I want a full outfit. What did I tell you? I said, I want a full Giants outfit.
And she do, and don't let her fool you. She got a beautiful Giants jacket.
I do.
One
I
of
wear
the
it all
best
the time.
days we had, and we'll be back there next week going to Atlantic City. Because you know down there they all Philly fans. Man, we had our Giant jackets. We walking on the boardwalk, and I said, I just nod my head, watch, because you see them coming. And she said, how do you know that? I said, look, they know who we are.
They see it. They see it.
So she understands.
And I got people saying to me, oh my God, that's the wrong time for you to be wearing that jacket. I'm like, oh, don't you love it? I don't care.
Tell her what happened Halloween. What happened Halloween?
Well, Halloween, we have this gym teacher at our school. I work at a high school. A woman gym teacher. And she loves sports like Al, because, she loves Giants, the Giants and the Mets. Those are her teams, right? So for Halloween, because she's about to retire, everyone was supposed to dress like Miss Gaggis. So, and she always wore sports stuff, always, and she's a Giants fan. So I woke up I wasn't going to participate, because I woke up that morning and I was like, okay, I can't be the only person not participating. So I said, Al, I woke him up, he was asleep, woke him up, Al, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I was like, give me a Giants outfit. I need a Giants outfit. I need a Giants t-shirt, a Giants pants, and a Giants jacket. I said, you got to hook me up. He was like, why? So I told him, right? So then he jumped out of bed to
Jumped out
of bed to
get you dressed.
To gear me up.
He had to get that baby dressed today.
I walked in there, I was giants down. Okay?
I love it. That's how it should be.
Exactly. I was like giants down. I remember the next day, one of the teachers said to me, she goes, Karoline, I liked your outfit yesterday. I was like, thank you.
I love it. I love it.
I love it too. I was like, okay, but I know where to go. If I need to
she
dress
gonna have
as
her
a
own
giant.
though, so we ain't worried. That was just because she ain't had the pants on.
The only problem though right now is that my team sucks so bad.
But they've been sucking for a long time.
I know, but buying stuff is like.
No, this is good.
It's hard, but no, you know what? It is good.
Why is it good?
But it hasn't been as discounted.
Yes, because the discount
as heavily as it should be discounted for a team that's playing so bad.
You wait, give us about 4 more games. The price is going to drop again.
But that's what I need.
But you want to know something? I went to Walmart to see if I can just find something Giants. Do you know they ain't got no Giant stuff? They got all Jet stuff.
Yeah, because whoever's playing good is what they'll do.
Okay, they ain't got no. I'm like, where?
Yeah, Modell's was our hookup.
Where's the Giant
Modell's
stuff?
done faded away.
Nothing but Jet stuff.
Yeah.
No Giant stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
You got to go complain.
I thought I was gonna at least buy a T-shirt, a Giants T-shirt.
Well, no. I love all my Giant stuff. I got all the Giant stuff. Look, I even got on. Look,
I see that.
Hey,
I don't play.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't play. I
love but that's what I'm saying. If I can get invested like that,
you're going to be invested like that.
I could walk around proudly like
We gonna.
Yeah.
But the thing
it's
is,
my job to get you there.
But I'm not. But I'm trying to say, But my husband is such a Giants fan. I have to be on board.
It's
with
really
my husband,
hard to be a Giants fan.
It's supposed to be hard.
It is so tough.
What do we say about life?
It is so
if it's handed to you, you don't appreciate it.
It's so hard.
When you got to struggle with it.
That have it handed to them, I think they doing just fine. I think
they don't appreciate it.
I don't think they mind having it handed to them.
Suffering builds character. We got character, baby.
Oh, we got more character than we know what to do with them.
Exactly.
Because we are sufferers.
Yes.
Exactly.
As Giants fans, we sufferer.
But but I always say, and I know we're gonna leave but it's my podcast. We can have it as long as I want to. I always say to him though, I probably could have stayed on this bandwagon if he would have let me keep my team.
I don't even care what team it was. I think your husband's a Giants fan and you a Giants
fan.
Fan.
Come on, put a high five there.
But listen, Rashia,
God almighty.
That's all I'm saying.
But listen.
But then again, you also have a husband.
But listen. He said to me, when I first met him, I wasn't caring about this. When we started dating, he's like, oh, I'm a real sports fan, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, I can get into sports for you, whatever. He goes, I tell you what, pick a team. Pick a team that you like. Watch this football game. Just watch them every Sunday until you find a team you like, and then pick a team. And so I did.
She did.
And I was invested in this team, and I was watching it, and I was really, really excited until one day.
I don't think I want to know. Don't say it.
I'm not going to tell you the team.
No, tell us.
You have
to know.
You almost have to tell, but don't tell.
Okay, well, the team was the 49ers. Okay,
that's not terrible.
All right.
Because they were good at that time.
But I was excited because, they were good. Jerry Rice was on that team.
She picked them because she looked at Jerry Rice. She said, Jerry Rice looked like me.
I'm just saying, I was following the team. It was exciting to me. And then one day he came to me and he said, all right, I'll let you have your fun. But you cannot be a 49ers fan in this house. You have got to be a Giants fan.
All right,
period.
let me show you how this worked, Rashia. So while we were dating, she could be the 49ers fan every day of her life. And what did Beyonce say? Put a ring on it? You want a ring? Throw that 49ers shit out? It's Giant gear. This is a Giant household. You want to live here?
Okay, let me say
you're going to be a Giants fan.
Let me say something.
Go ahead.
I don't have no husband, right? And at this point in my life, could I have a husband that wasn't a Giants fan? I think I could.
That would just be a house divided.
However, but he wouldn't be able to rope me in. See, y'all been married for so long that you got to conform. You got to be a Giants fan, right? You got to conform. But at this point, if I just met somebody brand new, I've been a Giants fan too long for you to be like, oh, you can't be a Giants fan no more. Because first of all, sir, what we're not going to do is that. What we're going to do is we're going to let everybody make their own decisions, like we've been doing all these years. We didn't know each other.
Okay.
And then if you want to be whatever team this is you feel like you want to follow, then I guess I gotta let you. But on Sundays, what we're going to be watching is the Giants.
But I feel like if I'm going to start
I'm going to be skating, and then you can watch whatever you want.
I think if I'm going to start out getting all into sports.
This other team, though, did you ever buy gear?
No.
Well, I just
so you wasn't really into
but
it.
I was just, listen.
No, you wasn't really into it.
She wasn't.
No, but
I was just, I mean, I didn't know.
Did you have a t-shirt?
No.
Okay, if you
listen,
then you wasn't really into
but
it.
I was getting into it. It was getting into the phase,
which means
she was not invested.
Which means you could easily switch.
And that's why we switched. You could
easily switch. I mean, I see what happened.
Yes.
It wasn't control. It was just that, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, but anyway,
you didn't have no t-shirt. You didn't even have a t-shirt.
I'm gonna try.
Ain't no trying. You in.
Okay.
This the mob. You in.
I'm gonna make some investments into this Giants team. Is what I'm saying.
There you go.
My mom's a Giants fan, but again, like you, she don't have a choice.
There you go.
She's a Giants fan.
There you go.
That's
what we do.
This family, we are Giants fans.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Listen, I got that. I'm okay with it.
Right. I see you got your blue on.
And I tell them I'm always wearing Giants blue,
That's right.
I'm always wearing it. I'm always wearing the blue.
I have a simple philosophy in this world that I live in. We live in America. It's a democracy.
You can choose.
But in my house, it's a democratic dictatorship. It's a democracy. I allow you the freedom of choice.
Freedom of choice.
And then I tell you what we're going to do.
Then I tell you what's happening.
Yeah.
I like
freedom of choice.
I'm not gonna lie. I would like a husband so that way I can stop making some of these decisions and they can help guide me and be like, "This is what we doing." I like that about you, honey.
He's great. He's great as a husband.
I like that about you, honey.
I'm not even going to lie.
Take some of this off my shoulders. Some things I don't want to have to think about.
But you know what though? But he doesn't really do a lot of that because he's very big on all of us being able to make our own choices and decisions. So I will say that.
Yeah.
He does not put himself in a position where he's always telling me what to do.
No.
Because he was adamant because I was a little scaredy cat when we first met. You know, I was like really just quiet, like a little mouse or whatever. So the way I am now is probably because of him, because he was very big on making sure I had my own identity.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah, very big on that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So
well, now that we come up
amazing.
on 2 hours, we should give her a chance to any last parting shots you want to say, that anything that we didn't mention to talk about from you.
Okay, well, I think I just wanted to say that I think skating is an excellent activity for everybody, young, old, older. Like, people are at the rink of all ages, all sizes, all colors even. I feel like everybody should skate. It's great exercise. It's a lot of fun. The camaraderie is great. It gives you something to do when your body feel like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, your body kind of just gets into it. And I promise you that if you just give it a chance, right? We're going to skating with an open mind. If you just come for the skating rink has adult nights. I go to Branchbrook Park Skating Rink. It's in Newark, New Jersey. Adult nights are Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights. So if you ever want to come, check it out, come to skating rink. I recommend a Tuesday night because that's the easiest night, right? But then again, we got people who come on Thursdays and Sundays and they can't skate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're holding on to the
what about people who can't skate?
Yeah, they holding on to the wall. They got on rental skates, and I mean, but the people who skate so well,
they'll go right around.
They know what to do. Oh, I'm sorry. They know what they do. They just know what to do. And I think if you come in to skate and you give it a chance, I think most people will find it enjoyable. Most people will find it something that, oh, maybe I can do this, even if you don't do it every day like I do it, but something that maybe we could do once a week, maybe just to add to your physical, you know what I'm saying, routine, your physical regimen to get you out there and moving. But I think everybody should skate because it just gives you like a certain high and certain confidence that I don't think can come from other things, because it really is you. And like you said earlier, when you look at some of my first videos to me skating now, I mean, I'm a whole new person.
So what do you think, honey? You want to go skating?
Yeah, I still love skating.
Please.
Yeah.
Let's go buy some skates.
No, you don't gotta buy skates. You get rentals. And if you want, you can wear your rollerblades there.
Oh no, we got rid of rollerblades.
Y'all just throw them in the garbage?
Well, we had them for a long time.
Listen, to answer your question, we threw them in the garbage.
I just said how I still had my skates from when I was a little girl.
But you got to remember, we started this rollerblade journey pre-94.
I think I had to have my skates that long. Man. I had my skates. I was like 10.
So now, if you go to a roller rink, they only got the regular ones.
Size 10.
And we had them in the basement for a long time. I think we just recently threw them out.
Well, either way, either way.
Yeah.
Sunday,
But we can give it a
Tuesday,
try.
Thursday.
Absolutely. I'd like to go
Come
skate.
to the
Yeah.
come to the skate
We'll
ring. You see, you
give it a
saying,
try.
but I invite you to my thing all the time.
Listen,
like, come skate.
But that's because we didn't really see the excitement that came from you until right now.
Oh, no. We've seen the excitement.
But I'm trying. No, but I'm trying.
Right?
I've
No,
seen the
but,
excitement.
no, I'm not
get
talking
it.
about your excitement. I'm
I
talking
get
about getting us excited.
Yeah, I
until
get
right now.
I get
So because you have presented this in such a way right here, it makes me think, because we used to skate, but I'm scared.
You know what's funny is not
you
that
scared
it's
of,
funny.
falling?
I'm scared
Not
of
that's
falling.
funny.
You was falling.
I'm scared. I'm scared all the time. Even my skate teacher right now.
Yeah.
My skate teacher right now. He just tried to teach me something on one foot where you go bop 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 bop, and I was like, what? And he's like, Rashia, you can do this,
Yeah.
but you so scared. And I said, you know what? Well, just let me sit with it for a while in my head. Let my mind get wrapped around doing this thing on one foot, because
I'm not there yet.
yeah, but I
But
feel
I'm
like
coming.
I
Yeah.
feel like I'm gonna get it, because when he first told me to do anything on one foot,
Yep.
I didn't do it. But now I'm at least trying it. So I feel like
Man,
there's a
falling.
certain,
Falling is dangerous.
and you know,
boy.
he celebrates
ain't
me
dangerous,
falling. When
yeah.
I fall, he's like, yes, she fell, and I think that means that I'm trying,
Yeah, man.
right? Because I'm not really trying
Yeah.
if I don't get out of my comfort zone
If- exactly.
and I fall. So
So we're gonna go and we're gonna try.
okay, that's
gonna
all
go.
I want.
And the last
can
place I
stop talking
skated
about
at
it.
was 22 before they tore it down.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate.
So-
The people who go to my skating rink now, a lot of them came from 22, and they just love it and they reminisce about it. We even have skate 22 nights sometimes
I like that.
at the
Okay.
skating rink because they want to reminisce. But I mean,
And I was a Bergen County
unfortunate.
kid, so we used to go to Burgerfield because they had the big skating ring up there. So
Wow.
that was the spot I used to skate at all the time.
Maybe like you, we'll make it a family thing and we'll bring the little ones with us.
well, that's on the so I go on Monday nights
Okay.
for family time. That's at 6:00 on Mondays, and then they also do family time on Saturdays. I mean on Fridays at 6. And I wouldn't recommend the little ones for the Friday at 9, but
Okay.
for Friday at 6, Monday at 6, and then Saturday they have sessions all day. And if I
Okay.
go on Saturday morning, I'll normally be there for the 11 o'clock session. That's the early one.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
And they got lessons too on Saturday. So you can go on Saturday at 10, take the lesson, and then stay for the 11 o'clock session so you can practice what you just learned.
What you learned, okay.
That sounds great.
Yeah, my goal, if I was a skating, and if I was going to, just to be a little bit better, I wouldn't be satisfied until I can skate backwards. Once I can skate backwards, then I know I made it.
And that's a big deal. When I started, I just wanted to be able to turn around. I wanted to be able to turn around. And then I remember when I was learning to turn around, some of my skate friends was like, no, Rashia, you could do it. And I was like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, because I was still thinking about it in
Yeah.
my head about the action
turn and, like,
of
break.
turning
Yep.
around. But now I can comfortably, now I can just turn around. Now I just turn, I don't even think about it. Just, I'm turn around.
Yeah.
But there's so many ways to turn around.
Yeah.
And then it's, can I turn around the other way?
Yeah.
And then it's, can I turn around? Once I turn around, now what am I going to do? Am I going to step backwards? Am I going to hop backwards? Like, it's so many things. So it's just like, even though all I wanted to do was learn to turn around, and that's what my goal was, there's so much more. And
Absolutely.
I just can't walk away. I'm just like, I got to learn it. I got to learn it. I got to learn it.
I just don't want to fall.
Everybody falls.
You're going to fall. You can't go in there and say,
even the greats
even
fall.
The great,
and
yeah.
when you see them fall, it just
Yeah.
reminds you like
If
falling
they can
is
fall,
okay.
I'm going to fall.
And you know what else I learned too? Skating, and it took me. So I said I used to go every week on Thursday. It took me maybe about 3 months to get to this place where I realized those people in that skating ring ain't thinking about me.
Yeah.
Right? Because at first you
think
kind of
everybody's looking
self-conscious.
at
You
you.
think everybody's
Ain't
watching
nobody
you.
looking at you. They doing
and them
their own
people,
thing.
right? Everybody in the skating rink, they are doing their own thing,
Yep.
working on what they want to work on. Even the people that can really, really, really skate,
Okay.
they are working on getting themselves even better. Because skating is one of those things where it don't end.
No,
It's always
something
more
to add.
growth. It's always
Yeah.
something new you can learn. Always more stuff to try. So those people in the skating rink, they worrying about their own thing, and they not paying you no mind. Once I got that into my mind, I was able to learn and practice even at the skating rink a lot better, because I wasn't worried about people looking at me no more, because some people don't care about me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they care about me now, because now like
You're
I'm
part
like
of
their
the team,
family.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, they don't care.
All right. Well,
I
this
love
has
it.
been fun.
It has been.
And I hope you come back and, spend time with
I'd love
AJ
to.
and I again, as we do.
On or off the mic, either way. I love hanging out with you all.
Yeah, no, seriously.
love having you.
I'm like a fixture in your life. Y'all have something and be like, oh, bang, there's Rashia.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Rashia's always here.
Exactly.
We've been at cross functions. We've been
She's
at your
always here.
functions. You've been at our functions.
Yeah.
And tell your mom I'm making one of them birthday parties. Every time she do the party, I was always out at Pittsburgh. as a part of my job, and so that's why I would never
What
make it.
job?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Now I ain't got that
No,
job now.
that's the beach party.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's right.
I've never made.
We
and-
always see them. We always say,
and
oh, we're going to go.
I always be like, her mother gonna. This the year her mother gonna cut me off. She gonna be like, that fool will never come. Cut him off.
She don't. It's funny though, because that be for my birthday, and it's funny. I say, Mom, why you keep inviting people that never come? She's like, Shia, because you got to give everybody a chance.
Yeah, man.
I'm like,
Oh, I love your mother.
Right,
You
she's
tell
so
her that's the
sweet.
only reason
She's
I
so
couldn't make
sweet.
it. Yeah.
She's so sweet.
And y'all go to
Such a
Point
great
Pleasant. That's
attitude.
my spot. Like, come
Yeah,
on, I
we do.
love Point
Yep,
Pleasant.
yep. Every year for my birthday, August 3rd, Point Pleasant. Anybody if you're
Yeah,
listening,
man.
come on out.
Okay, August 3rd. Let's keep that out there.
And I do have one more thing that I have to say,
What is
and I'll admit this live. I don't like to put myself on blast, but I am going to put myself on blast because we had another great event that we were going to do together, and I bailed on you.
What?
What? Oh, that frigid jump into the cold
The
water.
polar bear
Oh,
plunge.
you never.
You did
No, we can do that though. We can do that. Would you do it? I used to do it every year, but the people who I do it with, they moved to
man.
Georgia. But now I don't have anybody do it. If
It
you
was
want to do
another
it.
bucket list item.
Okay,
Remember,
so,
I
okay.
signed up that year and everything. I got the notification.
Okay, so,
then
so
I bailed at the 11th
I don't know when
hour.
it's coming. I think we missed it. Or
That-
is it in January?
It's I think January, February.
Okay, let's do it. Okay,
right.
right here, right now on this podcast. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Say it.
right.
Say I'm going to do it.
I don't want to admit into the universe just yet.
No. Just say it right now.
So
just say it right now.
Let me get to the end of
Live your best
2023.
life.
No.
Live your best
Yeah.
life.
No.
Live your
Just say
best
you're going to do it. Just say you're going to do it. Just say we're
Listen,
going to do
I
it.
signed up for it once, so it's in the genes.
Brother AJ, I just need you to say we're gonna do it.
Okay, we're gonna do it.
There we go.
There
we
we
gonna do
go.
it.
Okay,
That's awesome.
You've
That's
heard it
awesome.
here
We gonna do it.
first
Awesome.
on
We
the
are gonna-
podcast.
What
We
have
are
I
gonna
got myself
do
into?
Paul.
It's too late now. The whole
excited.
world
We're
heard
doing
it.
it. We are
The world heard it.
We are doing it. I'm excited. I'm
Okay.
excited
Well,
because
I'm
I
glad
haven't been
they're
able to do
excited.
it because my people they moved away to Georgia, so I haven't done it in a few years. But I am ready.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna keep y'all posted on how this is going, but as of right now, Al Jones Sr., better known as AJ, is gonna do a polar jump into water.
I love it.
With Rashia
Yeah,
Mason,
yeah.
and they've decided to do that right here, right
Yep,
now.
yes,
And
we
you've
did.
heard it first, folks.
I love when you leave a
Heard it,
meeting with
folks.
action items. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't stand going and sitting the whole meeting
Yeah.
all this time. You sit all this time, everybody talk, and then now ain't nobody got no next steps. We have a next step.
And we're going
That's what I'm
also, we're
talking
gonna
about.
go roller skating. You're gonna put me on roller skates.
Yeah.
That's
So,
what I'm
okay.
All right. So we got two.
Yeah.
Two
things
action
out
We
there.
got
items.
two action
All right.
items.
I
And
love
this is
action
how you
items.
live your
All
best
right.
life.
It
folks.
is. It
Yes,
is.
This
It
is
is. Somebody asked me, so I have a friend who recently retired, and they said that they don't want to keep living the life that they've been living. They
Yeah.
said that they want to be able to do more and more stuff. I said, well, they said, but I don't know how to go about it. I said, well, how about this be the first thing? Don't say no.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if somebody say, let's do so-and-so, you can't say no.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how it's going with them on that front, and I need to check in to see how that's been going. But I promise you, if you just be open to things will come to you.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
us being open and we gonna go, y'all gonna try skating,
Yeah, we gonna
and
do
we gonna do
skating.
this polar thing.
All right.
It's gonna be so much fun.
All right.
Okay.
Y'all
So
heard it
much
live.
Heard it live. So you've been listening to Living Your Best Life with Karoline and AJ. Our special guest today was Rashia Mason, and it was a thrill having her here.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, thanks for coming. So if you would like to live your best life with Karoline and AJ, we would love to have you. So come on, give me a call or don't call me. I'm going to just scratch that. Send me an email at shsicministry, one word, at gmail.com. And let me tell you something. You can be on this show too, having all kinds of fun, living your best life. So it was great.
Right.
Great having you. Great talking to you. You guys, see you next time.
Thank you.
Thanks so
Bye-bye.
much.
Bye.
Take care.